Winning is temporary, but character, that lasts forever. Imagine this. You're in high school. The gym is the only place that makes sense. The court is your refuge, your purpose, your escape. But what happens when someone walks in and tells you, this isn't enough? That's exactly what happens in Coach Carter, a film that's not about basketball, it's about identity, discipline, and a man who believed a scoreboard was never the real goal. This isn't your typical sports underdog story. It's tougher, realer, grittier, and it starts with a clipboard and a contract. Richmond High School sits in the heart of a rough neighborhood in Richmond, California, a place where too many young men end up dead, in jail, or simply lost. The school's basketball team, the Richmond Oilers, a talented mess. No discipline, no direction. Wins, rare. Fights, frequent. Respect, nowhere in sight. Enter Ken Carter, played by the ever-commanding Samuel L. Jackson, a former star athlete of the same school. Carter isn't just there to coach a team, he's there to build men. And from the very first day, he makes one thing brutally clear. This will not be business as usual. Carter doesn't open with a motivational speech or a flashy practice. He brings contracts. Each player must agree to a list of non-negotiables. Maintain a 2.3 GPA, higher than the school's minimum. Sit in the front row of every class. Wear a tie on game days. Show respect to teachers, to teammates, and themselves. At first, the team laughs. This isn't what they signed up for. They signed up to hoop, not to go to class, not to dress up, and definitely not to be told they're more than just athletes. But Carter doesn't flinch. He tells them straight, I'll teach you to play basketball, but more importantly, I'll teach you to be men. And just like that, the game changes. Every team has its roster, but this one, these boys come with baggage. Real life doesn't wait for tip-off. Kenyon Stone is the star player. Quick, talented, but distracted. His girlfriend is pregnant, and his future is closing in fast. Timo Cruz is explosive, on and off the court. He's got one foot in gang life and the other trying to step out. But can he really leave the streets behind? Worm is the joker, the class clown. Loudmouth, big talent, little focus. Junior Battle is pure strength, but academically, he's struggling hard. These aren't just characters. These are real kids facing real choices. And Carter? He sees something in them they don't see in themselves. Potential. Not everyone's buying into Carter's vision. The players push back. They break rules, skip class, talk back. Timo Cruz straight up quits the team when Carter disciplines him for fighting during practice. He storms off, angry and defiant, heading right back to his gang. Even parents begin to complain. Why do our boys need to wear ties? Why should basketball depend on grades? And the teachers, some quietly resent too. He's holding his athletes to higher standards than the school holds its students. That makes people uncomfortable, but Carter refuses to lower the bar. If you're failing your classes, you're failing your life. This is bigger than basketball. He knows that the game ends in 4 quarters. Life doesn't. One night, Timo Cruz returns, but Carter doesn't welcome him back with open arms. Instead, he gives him a number: 2,500 push-ups, 1,000 suicides. By Friday, or you're off the team. It's punishment, yes, but also a challenge, a test, a rite of passage. And Cruz, he tries, he grinds, he sweats. But by the deadline, he's short. And here's where the film hits one of its most powerful beats. The rest of the team steps up. We got you, one says. They start doing push-ups for him, running suicides with him, not because they have to, but because they want to. In that moment, they stop being teammates and become a brotherhood. Once the discipline sets in, something amazing happens. They start winning. Fast breaks, slam dunks, lockdown defense. The Richmond Oilers transform into a machine. The crowd shows up. The energy is electric. The school, the community, everyone's finally proud. But Carter, he's watching the grades. He sees the warning signs, players skipping homework, slipping back into bad habits, losing focus. And then he does something that shocks the entire country. The Oilers are undefeated, on a high, destined for the playoffs, and Coach Carter locks the gym. He cancels practices, forfeits games, turns reporters away. Why? Because the players broke their contracts. Grades are down. Promises aren't being kept. The media goes nuts. Parents are outraged. The school board is livid. "You're punishing success," they say. "Let them play," the signs read. But Carter stands tall, alone if he has to. They've already been given the role of athlete. I want to give them something more. At one point, the school board votes to reopen the gym, against Carter's will. So what does he do? He quits, packs up his things, prepares to walk out. But when he opens the gym one last time, what does he see? His players, sitting at desks, studying. Every single one. They heard him. They got the message. And they chose academics over basketball. Eventually, Carter agrees to return. The team is reinstated. And the Oilers make it to the state playoffs. Their final opponent? St. Francis High, a powerhouse school with scholarships, sponsorships, and every advantage money can buy. On paper, Richmond has no chance. But this isn't about paper. It's about heart. The game is brutal, physical, emotional. The score is neck and neck. In the final seconds, they have a chance to win. They miss. They lose. But as Carter walks into the locker room, he isn't disappointed. He looks his boys in the eye and tells them, "You played like champions, and you are champions." Because in the end, they didn't just win games. They won dignity, self-worth, a future. The credits roll with a quiet punch to the heart. Timo Cruz left the gang life. He graduated and went on to college, later becoming a motivational speaker. Kenyon got a scholarship to college and stayed involved in his child's life. Every senior on the team graduated. Many went to college, the first in their families. And Coach Carter? He didn't just make winners, he made men. What Coach Carter gives us isn't a fairy tale ending. It's something better, a real one. It's a story about how structure creates freedom, how discipline is a form of love, and how believing in someone, truly believing, can change their life. Coach Carter didn't use wins to inspire greatness. He used greatness to redefine what winning meant. And maybe that's what we all need to remember. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. That quote, delivered by Timo Cruz, isn't just a speech. It's the soul of the story. So the next time someone tells you a game is just a game, tell them about Richmond. Tell them about a man who locked a gym to open minds. Tell them about boys who became men under the weight of expectations and rose. Because Coach Carter isn't about basketball. It's about becoming more than anyone ever expected you to be. And that's the real win. If this story moved you, inspired you, or made you think differently about what winning really means, please take a moment to like this video, share it with friends and family, and subscribe for more powerful stories and deep dives.